You clicked on this video because you're interested in not only losing some fat, but you want to build more muscles. It's safe to assume that unless you're a professional bodybuilder, you don't need to get your body fat levels to extremely low. The reason why you're trying to get rid of some of this body fat is likely because you have more than you should. This is applicable even to people who are not overweight. You want to look better, and you want a healthy, well-toned muscular weight in place of those flabby fats. This is what's known as body recomposition, and in this video, we're going to learn all the important things you need to know to successfully recompose your body. Hold on, before you go on, take a second to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to see you around here more often. Let's get right into it. First thing you gotta know is, body recomposition works differently for every person. If you're already a muscle building buff that's been working out optimally, your body's not going to respond significantly to more training. It becomes progressively harder for your muscles to get bigger when they begin to reach a hypertrophic plateau. This guide is more useful to those that are overweight, beginners in weight training, or slackers who have, for whatever reason, not trained consistently and hence are out of shape. Secondly, you gotta be careful not to be obsessed with body fat to the level that you are aiming to be 100% muscle. It's not possible and it's really not healthy. According to the American Council on Exercise, women should maintain about 13% body fat, and men need an essential 3 to 5% body fat at least. Age is another important factor you gotta consider when trying to cut your body fat. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition recommends that women aged 20 to 39 should aim for about 21 to 31% body fat, while men in this age range should aim for 8% to 19%. Women aged 40 to 59 should work towards 23 to 33% body fat, and the men 11 to 21. Those that are older than 60 years need to maintain an even higher range of 24 to 35 for women and 13 to 24 for men. These numbers are for those who are not optimizing their muscle mass though. If you want a shredded body, you can go for the lower end of the healthy body fat spectrum. This is important as we're becoming more aware of the dangers of extremely low body fat, just as high body fat is also dangerous. So, where do you belong, and what body fat composition are you working towards? Now that we've gotten your objectives right, we can go into the process properly. There's a lot of misinformation online regarding losing body fat. Many fitness guides are assuming that everyone that wants to cut their body fat is obese. This is far from true. You can be well within the healthy body mass index, BMI, and still need a recomposition. One piece of advice, super common, is to go on a calorie deficit diet. This is really not the best advice for all situations. Yes, if you're overweight or obese, then this is really sound advice, but it's really not that great advice for a beginner who is barely maintaining their recommended BMI and now has to add workouts to his daily activity. So, I'm going to treat each situation differently. If your body fat objective is 39%, then you're obese, but you'd need to confirm this by also calculating your BMI. To save yourself the stress of any calculations, use a free online BMI calculator. If your index is above 25, you're not overweight, and you would first need to calculate how many calories you have a day and redesign it to be a calorie deficit. If previously you eat about 3,000 calories a day, your protein intake must be in surplus while still keeping your calories at about 500 calories less than you normally have per day. For training, you gotta aim for a full body workout and be progressive. It's important for you to work out properly. This means maintaining good form, having adequate reps, and lifting the right weights. A good workout would typically last about 40 minutes to an hour if you want to maximize the results of your body recomposition. To learn more about routines you should be doing, check out our other videos in the channel, where we've gone ahead and properly discussed specific workout programs. Two things would happen to your body fat when you begin to train on a calorie deficit diet. The first is, you're burning fat just because your calorie intake is lower than before. Secondly, your activity spikes significantly, pushing your calorie usage, hence more fat loss. At this stage, do not expect bulging muscles. Your fat would need to go down significantly before you begin to appreciate how much your muscles have started growing. It's important to note that strength training is actually enough for you to lose fatty weight. Edith Cowan University in Australia, in a study with the Exercise Medicine Research Institute, discovered that resistance training was enough to get obese candidates into shape without adding any cardio exercises. While aerobics are a great way to lose weight, they do not give you the added advantage of building muscles as weight training will. So go ahead and just focus on weight training if you want to accomplish both goals. Another researcher, Dr. Mandy Hangstrom, an exercise physiologist at the University of New South Wales, Australia, confirms that it's a misconception that only cardio exercises can help overweight people burn excess weight. Dr. Mandy affirms that weight training has similar fat-burning results, but the added benefit of giving you bigger muscles. Participants in a wide range of studies analyzed by Dr. Mandy had to work out for about 60 minutes for 3 days per week to see results. Both researchers also agree that calorie cutting is also compulsory. What if you're not overweight? What should you be doing? In this case, you should be avoiding cutting down your calories, or else you're going to be on a counterproductive diet. You need those calories, even though you're trying to lose some body fat. A study by Jose L. Arita and colleges at the Liverpool John Moores University, UK, discovered that muscle protein synthesis, MPS, was greatly impacted by energy surplus or an energy deficit. As much as a 30% reduction was observed in young test subjects who were on a calorie-restrictive diet of about 30 kilojoules per fat-free kilogram of the participants' body weight. It was also observed that even when participants had protein-rich meals of about 1.5 grams per kilogram of body mass, the result was still a 16% reduction in MPS, even though the participants were able to lose as much as 1 kilogram of fat in just 10 days. Going on a calorie-deficient diet is really not the best path to take if you're not overweight. A slower fat burn, mainly from the burnouts you get from working out, should take care of cutting your fat mass, while your balanced calorie and protein intake should give you the benefit of an improved MPS, which results in better muscle hypertrophy. The importance of a high-protein diet can really not be overemphasized. In the same study, it was discovered that taking about 15 grams to 30 grams of protein post-workout resulted in as much as 30% increase in muscle protein synthesis, MPS. The timing also seems to play a role. It's better to have your meals spread out throughout the day for better results. You heard that right. The time you eat matters. A study by J.M. Berardi and co., published in the Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise Journal, showed that consuming a protein and carbohydrate supplementary meal within 2 hours after working out increased glycogen resynthesis. Delaying having this supplementary meal by just 2 hours could result in as much as a 50% loss in muscle glycogen resynthesis. So, we've talked about the importance of exercise and a proper diet, but there's one last thing you gotta take seriously, and that is sleep. Rachel Laprout, PhD, and Eve Van Cotter, PhD, carried out a study to determine the impact of sleep on testosterone production in healthy men. It was discovered that our bodies produce most of our daily testosterone when we are asleep, and a lack of sleep reduces testosterone production. Testosterone is the most anabolic hormone your body produces, without which muscular hypertrophy would be impossible. In fact, most men find it impossible to improve their fat-free mass only because their bodies are not producing enough testosterone. Cutting down sleep from 8 hours to 5 hours could result in as much as a 15% decline in daytime testosterone production. The test subjects were allowed only 5 hours sleep, and within a week their testosterone production had declined by 10 to 15%. So, it's not all about working out and eating right, you gotta rest too. Body recomposition requires a lot of calculations and monitoring. You must keep watch on your body weight, your fat composition, calculate your calorie intake, ensure you're getting enough protein, and of course, ensure your workout is progressive. Without proper monitoring, you could end up eating too little or too much. If you can monitor your numbers and you can put in the work, at the end of the day, go have some proper sleep. Then it's possible to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more pro tips like this. Catch you next time!